Hello ladies, quick video for you guys today that I wanted to post in the group for the app. Again, this is our private members group. Everybody in this group, it's not like the Facebook group where we have some ladies that are just a part of the community, but maybe they're not in the challenge or doing our program. All of you ladies are in this program together, running the race together. And so I find that sometimes a message just for you guys is very relevant. And as you know, as all of you know, because I talk to you all individually every day, or every other day, during these conversations, something that keeps coming up is I keep hearing from very common, like, man, kids are getting back to school, or maybe they started to go back to school and we were all ready. I know that I bought a bunch of school supplies for Zane and now they're not going to school, I don't think. So like, you know, getting back to work, but kind of not, and it's the dog days of summer, it's hot out right now. And the message that I keep hearing from a lot of different clients is that I feel like I'm in a rut, or I feel like I'm stuck, or I feel like, it's just such a drag. And so I thought today would be a good day to put out a video that kind of helps you guys put that in perspective and put that into context. So if you like this video, make sure in the group you just hit the little thumbs up, or there's like a clappy hand, just let me know. Also on the YouTube channel, this is something that I'm still building, so this went to a YouTube video. If you want to hit subscribe and like that would be cool. It'll be a long time before the YouTube channel is done, but you can be an early adopter. So when we talk about feeling stuck, or when we talk about feeling like I'm in a rut, like, we have to remember, when you guys sign up, there's this new car smell, right? I'm doing something new, I'm doing something exciting, it's fun, and I have this meal plan, and this dude's bugging me, making sure I'm not eating like a jerk, and I'm working out, and my app is like buzzing at me, and like this time we're making the commitment. And I think one of the first things that I like to point out to you guys is that I know that on average a lady has had 2 to 6 failed diet attempts before she starts with me. And I know that on average, it's anywhere from 6 to 18 months between each one of those failed attempts. So if I know that when you guys start with me, as far as I'm concerned, like, you finally got to a place, maybe after a year and a half or longer, where you are so fed up that you're like, damn it, I'm gonna try to lose weight again, right? And so that's a ton of pressure, that's a ton of, like, as far as I'm concerned, we just got lightning in a bottle. And this time needs to be the last time that you ever start a diet, that you ever do a program, that you ever sign up with a stranger over the phone to help you lose weight. Like, this needs to be the last time. And at the end of this journey, we need to know how to live it as a lifestyle forever. That is my goal. When I start with you as your coach, that's my goal, to make sure that we build a new lifestyle. Because I gotta sleep at night. And this is the only thing I do to provide for me and my family. So if I'm not doing a good enough job to help you ladies build a new lifestyle forever, then I'm not doing a good job. So I think that helps when you know, and from the beginning I say that on the first orientation call, like, this is our goal. And so with that in mind, it's easy to take that energy and to be excited about a new program, and to have this new car smell with a shiny new meal plan. But you know what? That new exciting feeling wears off after like 2 weeks, you know? Because once we understand that at the core of it, it's just eating consistently. Once we understand it's just drinking enough water, not eating like an asshole, and doing it for a long enough period of time to have some sort of substantial result, then very quickly we begin to realize that this really, while the meal plan is cool, and especially if you're starting the 42-day detox, you're starting with low inflammation foods, so medicinal foods, they're working their magic, but that's not forever. Okay? And I'm talking to some ladies that are getting back on the wagon. I'm talking to some ladies that are feeling like they're entering the rut. And ultimately, at the core of it is that we have to consistently, like, even if for the next year that scale only moves 2 or 3 pounds, that's okay. Because if we compare this year to the previous years, you are infinitely healthier. You're going to add 10 years to your life for sure, because you made the decisions and stayed committed. Right? And I show you guys all the pictures of women that lose barely any weight on the scale, but they lose a ton of inches. And that's great for me to be able to say that, but you need to be able to feel that. So you have to understand that a year from today, you're not going to remember about the 2 weeks in August where things got real tough. And you're not going to remember about the job change or getting kids back to school. All you're going to know is that this time, that curveball that would have thrown you off for months and months before, that thing that would have caused you to binge eat for a week, this time, you can't even remember that it happened. All you know is that you stayed on track and you committed to a lifestyle change. And as a side effect of that commitment, we hit the goal and we maintain it forever. And here's the deal, girl. Like, that's funny. Here's the deal. Like, yes, we gain weight, but the frustration and the reason why we sign up is because we know that we should be doing better and we're not. okay? And that's what keeps us up at night, right? Like, oh, I shouldn't have ate that today. Oh, I know I should be, exercising tomorrow, but I just don't do it. And my job is to take that end of the day frustration and make it a beginning of the day intention, right? My job is to make sure that instead of waiting and putting that out of our mind, you're remembering and reminded and accountable to actually address the thing that bothers you, which is not the weight. The weight is a side effect of the fact that you're not doing as good as you could be doing, right? You're not living up to your potential, right? You have a higher expectation of yourself. So when we look through that lens, and also understanding that, look, dude, if you're in the first 12 months of this program, okay, if you're in the first year of being my client, then you are still in the range of all brand new, okay? Because that 1 year compared to 20 years of eating like a jerk and not really paying attention or only doing good for a couple weeks, it's nothing, right? I knew that was gonna happen. It's nothing, right? So in the context of lifestyle change, you're starting from the beginning. And it's going to take us more than just a few weeks or a few months to build a whole new lifestyle. And sometimes it's going to be hard, and sometimes it's going to be stressful, and sometimes we're going to be frustrated. But so long as the main thing is that you're the main thing, so long as you're the most important thing right now, as long as we put you first, then everything else will fall into place. And that's, again, easy for me to say in a video or like this, like it's a quip, but it's not easy when we actually have to live that, right? And so if you're feeling frustrated, or if you seem like life's crazy, or if it's hard to stick to it, you're living that right now, right? That's what's going on right now. So give yourself grace. Understand that this is not happening across weeks and months. We want that progress to be linear. But sometimes we just have to say, hey, I'm staying consistent with water and exercise, and I'm not binge eating. And that's better than every other time where I did good, lost 20 pounds, and then gained it all back because I'm eating like a jerk, right? And so the first thing I would tell you is just give yourself permission to give yourself some grace. Put it in the context of lifestyle change. Remind yourself of how good you're doing. And then the next step is that, like, if part of the frustration comes from repeating the same steps over and over. So, all right, Dathan, it's always a long-term client that says, all right, Dathan, I got to get out of a rut, so maybe I'm going to go back to the carb cycle, or maybe I'm going to try the 42-day detox. And sometimes it's appropriate, sometimes it's not. But at the core of it, that's something for us to get excited about again, when really we just need to be doing what we know we're supposed to do, which is not eat like a jerk and be accountable. And all of you are getting to a place where you're going to have to measure your food and track your macros, right? And all of you are getting to a place where we shouldn't need to do that anymore at the other end of it. But maybe you're still here where the hard part is just like going through the weekend without drinking a bunch of wine, right? Maybe you're still in that part, but eventually we'll get that down. And then the hard part is going to be resisting temptation at work, right? Because your coworkers bring in junk food, and then we're going to get that down. And then eventually the hard part is understanding your macros. And then eventually it's not going to be that I don't understand, it's just I'm stuck and we need to track your macros, but that's really inconvenient, just like not binge eating all weekend was inconvenient before. And then we have to confront that. And then at the other end of this, there's a promised land where you've learned, your metabolism's set, it's easier to maintain the weight, your mindset is proper, so you don't beat yourself up when you gain a little bit of bloat, because you understand context, that's gonna come right back off, and we have built a new lifestyle. And wherever you're at right now, if you're watching this video, you are exactly where you're supposed to be on that lifestyle change. Because we're undoing a lifetime of bad habits. So if you're feeling frustrated, if you're feeling stuck, give yourself some grace. Remind yourself how far you've come, put it in the context of the full picture. And then understand that the key to frustration and anxiety, the solution is action. If you're feeling frustrated, if you're beating yourself up about your food, the solution is prep your food. The solution is, because like, you're gonna eat anyways, you know? So either eat good food or eat bad food. But we have to begin to correlate the frustration that we have with the action that leads to the result that we want, right? I hope that helps. I hope that clears it up. Give yourself grace, okay? Take an honest assessment of where you're at. Understand that sometimes the results are not on the scale, and if we're gonna do a video here in a couple of days about actually showing you women that lost a ton of fat but didn't lose anything on the scale. Understand your results are not on the scale, because in the context of lifestyle change, your results are in not giving up and making some kind of progress. 1% better every day is a 365% in a year. That's a 3x, 3.5x. I'll take that, you know? But if we skip days, or if we have to redo parts because we get frustrated, like, it doesn't change, right? Like, whether I'm doing good or I'm doing bad, I'm still going to be thinking about hitting my goal and losing weight and being the best version of myself. It doesn't change, right? So if it doesn't change, then I just had to, like, whether I'm doing what I'm supposed to or I don't do it, I still have that feeling, right? So let's put that attention and that honesty into it. Hope that makes sense. I digress now. If this video helps, if this made sense, give me a little clappy clap. If you're on the YouTube channel, hit like. And if you have any questions, also, I messaged you today, so make sure you message me back.